Hey everyone, welcome back to our Colombia series. If this is your first time tuning in, then you might want to subscribe because we're planning several other vlogs to showcase this beautiful country, including Bogotá Day 1 from last week. In today's vlog, we're going to be showcasing artisanal markets, more local food, and treats such as chocolate and chicha. So stay tuned for that. But first, we're going to start off by sharing our thoughts and what we learned from just spending 24 hours in Bogotá. Let's have a look. Oh, there's that Botero statue footage that I mentioned in our first Bogotá vlog.
That's weird. The light's like green for them and not for us. So we learned a couple things yesterday, right? About here, about how they always suggest, well, number one, I should talk about the traffic. Do yourselves a favor, don't rent a car. It's loud, it's messy, lots of motorcycles, and they're going left, right, center. They're creating their own lanes. At some point, the cars are just like not even in line anymore. It was really messy getting home yesterday. But the thing that we learned about the weather is they don't really have like summer and winter. They have like two seasons, and it's not summer, not winter. I don't know what they are, but maybe it's like a raining season and a non-raining season. Now the forecast says that there's a lot of rain, but we got a bit of a break today. But the thing to always bring is always bring an umbrella, always bring a jacket, or always bring like a scarf. Layers just in case. So it's like 16, I think, when we left, 16 degrees, with a maximum today of like 20. The entire time here is going to be a maximum of 20. Even with the sun out, it's still kind of nice. And this is the kind of weather that I enjoy personally, like a Canadian spring. Our hotel is a little bit outside the center in the industrial section, and we need to pay the Ubers to get all the way down, but I converted my points from Marriott, so basically 10 nights free. So an Uber ride, if you get the Uber it's like $5 for a 20-minute ride. It's not that bad. And then if the driver's good, you can always give him a really good tip. So today we're going to go down in a different section, and we're going to go and walk in a similar place to where we went yesterday. We have a few things left to discover in the area anyways, right? Bon dia. Wait. So what is it exactly? It's over there?
Yes. Our first checkpoint for day 2 is at the Plaza del Chorro de Quevedo. According to Colombian history, this is where Gonzalo Jimenez de Quesada, the Spanish conquistador, established the first settlement of Bogotá in 1538. There were no grand buildings back then, just a small chapel and a water source, El Chorro, which means the stream. That's why the plaza is so small and intimate. So when people say Bogotá started here, they literally mean right here. There are no big monuments here, and that's kind of the point. The place represents Bogotá before it became a capital city. For years, people have gathered here to tell stories, play music, drink chicha. Stay tuned, we'll be showing you all about that. And talk about history and culture. It's less about what you see and more about what started here. For starters, we didn't overplan the day. We only set up 3 checkpoints. Number 1 being at the plaza. In between, we just kind of went with the flow. From the plaza, we naturally gravitated towards Calle del Embudo. It's a small street and easy to miss, actually. But it's meaningful because it's one of the old colonial pedestrian connectors in La Candelaria. And you can see that from the cobblestone. Today, it's become a canvas for street art. And while most people zip by, we carefully inspected with awe. The murals here reflected Colombian identity, social issues, indigenous roots, humor and satire. It's the kind of street that doesn't appear on top 10 lists, but it shows you the creative soul of Bogotá. So when viewers ask, why walk here? The answer is because this is where the city speaks. It was cool because we stumbled into a small accessory market tucked inside the buildings. It's the kind of place that you'd completely miss if you weren't paying attention. Walking along this area, we heard whispers of chicha, chicha, chicha. It's the locals' way to try to sell you a taste. After subconsciously hearing the word chicha whispered so often, and seeing posters of it in front of local bars, we decided to stop by and give it a try. It's like sour. Let's just say it was an experience. Having a shot, okay, but a complete glass of chicha? I don't think so. But that curiosity actually led us to try the first BBC beer, Bogotá Brewing Company. Sipping those beers inside the quiet bar actually was one of the highlights for the day. After the beer, we continued down that pedestrian street. The artwork on the facade of some of these houses was just mesmerizing. Once we arrived at the street corner, we got confused because of construction. I noticed a street that looped back to the center, but then Ellie spotted the market. And of course, that was checkpoint number 2. This is Plaza de Mercado, La Concordia. At first sight, we thought it might be a tourist trap. But 5 minutes inside, we completely loved the vibe. There were fruit stalls everywhere, sweets, chocolates, arepas. In hindsight, it was a really well-rounded local market. In my personal opinion, if you just have a short amount of time to spend in Bogotá, this is a great place where you'll find many important bites to eat. Colombia's physical location and climate make the fruit variety incredible, because the country spans over so many regions. You'll get to see fruits here that never get exported. At some point, we got so comfortable and we started our Pac-Man diet, just tasting everything in sight.
We are here in Bogotá, in la Plaza de Mercado la Concordia. Okay, this is a typical food for our Colombian coast, and we offer so many different flavors, like milk, coffee, sugarcane, passion fruit, pineapple, and also caramel.
So here we have the passion fruit. These are coconut cocadas, like in Brazil.
Okay, this is caramel.
Caramel.
Yeah.
So my favorite, caramel.
It's so good.
It's more suave. It's not so like coffee. It even smells. No, better than caramel.
Yeah?
Serious. Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So we tried the three cocadas, the passion fruit, the caramel, and coffee. Coffee was really, really good. Caramel, I think caramel is my favorite. Then coffee, then the passion fruit. Yeah. Then moving on to chocolate. What's up? What Ellie just showed you was the lulo fruit, which is similar to passion fruit. And this is the actual chocolate with the lulo fruit. So let's try it. I think it's lighter than the passion fruit. You want to try? And this is the actual passion fruit. This is good. The lulo is like a lighter version of the passion fruit. Passion fruit, you really get the full kick. And even the crunchy seeds, I find, right? It's good. This place is amazing. There's like, you can do kind of a degustation, like a tasting. They have the chicha over here. They have some chocolates over here. They have the cocada that we tried. There's a coffee place over here. Market there for some fruits. You can buy some fruits over here too. Good find. Let's continue. There's more over there, and then there's actually kind of an outdoor patio just on that side. And one thing I really want to see, let's go out there since it's sunny. So let's go through here and just out there. I think it's just a nice view. And later arepas and this fried sugary thing. Take a bite.
It's just a pastry, like sweet pastry.
You can see all the sugar crystals right there. Reminds me of beaver tails. Beaver tails. which we enjoyed eating outside on the patio. We were blessed with a little bit of sun at this point. So I think that's why on Google Maps, when you look on Google Maps, there's like these two lines. If you look at like the street level, it's a little bit thicker. And then when you have these little lines, like the other avenue that we just went through, it's like these little pedestrian streets. And I think here is, you have the market, you have a one street and another street, and then there's the market, if I'm not mistaken. So this, I think, is the actual representation of that little line. But anyway, really nice place. And we're being blessed with a bit of sun, because in the forecast it was, I'm not going to say anything. In the forecast it was not like this. So this is great. I love it. After enjoying a bit of sun in the patio out back, we headed towards the Umbrella Street to continue the loop. This street isn't really a landmark, it's more of a creative touch. The umbrellas add color, especially with Bogotá's changing weather. It's a nice pause between the food and the markets. There are many bars and restaurants along this short alley. Although they may look inviting, if you find yourselves here, make sure to double check Google Maps. That way you can filter out some poorly rated businesses. Just looking out for you to make sure that you keep having a great time in this city. As we kept walking, something interesting happened. A guy came up to me, started asking me about photography. He kind of startled me, actually. He said he was studying and he wanted advice on pictures that he was taking with his phone. I didn't feel threatened, but Ellie noticed that he seemed really nervous. And that's when it reminded us how important it is to stay aware, especially when you're carrying camera or any other expensive gear. We talked a little bit more about this experience during our Colombia FAQ vlog, especially around safety and awareness. And if you're planning a trip to Colombia, that video might help. After that, we just let the music roll and we kept walking. At some point, we noticed a woman selling these thin wafers on the street. We'd seen a few people selling them throughout the day, so curiosity got the best of us. She grabbed these thin wafers and started spreading dulce de leche between them. Simple, quick, and honestly, hard to resist. It completely fit our Pac-Man diet for the day. Just tasting our way through Bogotá. It's like liquid. It's more liquid. I thought it was more of like a base. You know? Try? Yeah. Finally, our third checkpoint. Eventually, we made our way to a small French cafe on Calle 3. It was called Peña. Here we got some coffee and I think we got carried away with the desserts. Well, a perfect way to end a very food-filled day in Bogotá.
Buenas tardes.
I don't know if you're sensing it, but we're truly loving discovering Bogotá for a couple reasons actually. Number one, the city's easygoing, authentic, and genuine. Number two, we're not jam-packing our day with a bunch of places we want to discover. We actually only set up 3 checkpoints, starting off at the Plaza, then migrating over to the market, and finishing off at a coffee shop, anywhere in the city. The rest we just went with the flow. Now, stay tuned for next week, because we're going to showcase the weekend Yuzaken market. Then we're going to migrate to Zone T for a brewery. Hope to see you there. Ciao!